Hey guys, welcome to our first Q&A. I'm going to do part 1. I've got a list of questions on my laptop here, and Hattie will do part 2 on her channel. So if you did like this one, make sure you go onto hers. Yeah, I'll put a link in the description, and there will be a link up there, or there, I can't remember which one. So the first question is, I'm looking to gain weight in 3 months. How do I go about it? I'm 60 kilograms right now. So the main thing that you should know is, to gain weight you need to have more calories, you need to consume more calories than your body needs. So say your maintenance calories are 2,500, which is the recommended daily amount for a male. If you're eating 3,000 or so anything above 2,500, you will gain weight. So you've got to work out, this will be different for everyone. So a small man that doesn't really do much exercise, say sits in an office all day, is going to need less calories to gain weight than an athlete as well. And the heavier you are, the more calories it takes to keep your body from going. So yeah, if you're 60 kilograms, this guy is actually from India. He's 60 kilograms, so I'm not sure how much, I'm not sure what you're doing, but if you're at an office job, maybe 2,500 a day, because if you're 60 grams, that's...
So he's about 9 stone, about 9 stone,
yeah.
2? Yeah, about 9 stone.
So I reckon 2,500 would be a good amount of calories to take. And obviously, if you want to put on muscle, you want to be eating more protein, but that'll be something else. We won't go into that now. But if you're more active, obviously you need to have more calories. So it's just like how much you want to eat. You want to take in more than you're expending. Because if I was lying here all day, I'd still need calories in order to just live, to just my heart beating and all that stuff, and any exercise I do, so walking to my lectures or cycling to hockey or even being at the gym, I need to eat even more calories to make sure I'm fueling my body in the right way.
Yeah, because I think we're both in a surplus right now, but since we come back to Loughborough, we've been cycling everywhere. So originally my calories were less before I came to uni, but because I've been back, I can eat 500 calories more, and still actually, remarkably, I don't gain very much weight. So it is find the balance of how active you are during the day, and how much you can eat, really, isn't it?
Okay, so the next question is, can you round up all the fitness books, magazines, DVDs, websites, blogs and channels that you like to watch?
That's a long question.
So do you want me first?
Okay, so fitness books. I don't tend to read a lot of fitness books. Fitness magazines, I'll probably just go with, like, I do actually read men's fitness as well, because it's more interesting half the time. There's the women's fitness, obviously, and like Weight Watchers and Slimming World and stuff like that, just for recipes. I look at more of the recipes, because a lot of the advice I find in there doesn't really help if you're counting your macros or like fitness motor training.
Yeah.
It doesn't help a lot, but there's a lot of like nice meals in there that I can adapt to my own kind of style. So I do read those mainly for food kind of things. Websites, bodybuilding.com, all the suppliers.
They've got loads of workouts, loads of different diet plans, all that stuff. So
and yeah, and then
that link to that website will be in the description.
Yeah, and then like clothing brands like Boom Baby, Up and Kurt, Gymshark, and all those looking at blogs and channels. Nikki Black.
Mine, aren't you?
No, I'm just going to say Nikki Blackketter, who is the girlfriend of Christian Guzman. She's amazing. And there's Heidi Summers and Lainey Bopster as well. Those are the 3 for women that I would watch.
But we don't really read many blogs, do we?
No, not really, not blogs.
A lot of them, I know Elliot Hulse, that is the creator of Elliot Hulse and Strength Camp. He writes blogs about fitness and just life in general, but we don't really read blogs. For me, fitness books, I can't remember what it's called. It's how...
Oh, Leaner,
Stronger, Bigger. It's like...
Bigger, Leaner, Stronger.
Something like that. It's by Michael Matthews, something like that. If I find it, I'll put in the link in the description. That was a good book. But most of my information is Bro Science off YouTube. So I watch Chris Jones on Beast Mode Training.
Physiques of Greatness.
Or Physiques of Greatness. That's his old channel. He's actually got that now.
Sorry.
It's alright. Hodge Twins, mainly because they're funny. Twin Muscle Workout, all their channels. So a bit of Sean Thompson TV. just because he was a student and he's kind of doing similar things to me, and I want to aspire to be him. Steve Cook, he is amazing. Soldier Nation. Christian Guzman, if you haven't checked him out, he's got like 330,000 subscribers.
If you haven't checked him out, you're crazy.
Yeah. So, yeah, check him out. And who else do I
Lex Fitness.
Lex Fitness, he's in England.
Who's Lainey Boxer's boyfriend.
Yeah. He's got a really cool haircut and cool tattoos. So yeah, and also talking to people. If there's someone that's obviously much bigger than me and I can tell, like when I go to the gym I can tell what they're doing, they know what they're doing, I'll talk to them. Plus the trainers at the gym. It's just speaking to people. YouTube is I would say the best, but a lot of it can be bullshit because people can say what they want. So I could tell you, you'll get big by drinking Cokes every day, but it doesn't mean it's right. So that's the thing with YouTube. You have to make sure the source is good, really. Can you do a video where you discuss different ways of start exercising, e.g. join a gym, bodyweight exercises, sports teams, running, other solo sports, pairing it with a fitness buddy, etc.? Yeah, I can do a video on that, sure. I'm not sure how to get into fitness, just do it. I've always been active all my life, so it's not really been hard to get into fitness. I've been like playing sport at school. But yeah. I think I know this person, this is one of my friends asking me this. He's not really into fitness, but he wants to get into it, and I think it's more about the motivation. So sometimes I watch motivational videos on YouTube, but that isn't like a permanent fix, I don't think. I think you got to want it, and you got to just. I think the more you do it, the more you get into it, and like the great thing like team sports, to get like football. Obviously, you're not gonna get massive put on a lot of muscle playing football, but it's just getting into being active, and then you'll start eating healthier, and then you'll start wanting to train on your own. Yeah. So that's how I got into it.
I mean, when I was younger, I was really healthy, like eating. I did a few sports, but nothing major. I didn't really go to the gym that much, and then I met Ben, and I got far more into it. And it does help having a training buddy, but it also does come to self-determination, setting your goals, etc. You know, when you know where you want to be. A lot of girls just want to be thin, or a lot of guys just want to be massive. But it's all finding what works for you and actually having a goal to aspire to, rather than just having a size, going with, you know, someone like having a picture of someone you want to look like, that kind of thing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and that's not just fitness in general. That's anything. If you want something in life, you got to work for it, and especially when people are telling you you're all mad or crazy.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Well, I get a piss taken for having this channel, but I don't care, frankly. Question 4: can you do a beginner fitness challenge video where you challenge your viewers to do a simple routine for 2 weeks? Yeah, I can do.
I've got a couple of beginners we could use.
Yeah.
Guinea pigs.
Like a press-up challenge. Just have to be your chest.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, mine are girls, so maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not for girls. How much protein should I eat?
It's a vague question.
Yeah, I think that was commented on my first videos. So, it'll be the same whether you're a guy or a girl. It's basically, well, everyone has their own opinion. But the main thing I like to do is, when I'm bulking, so if you want to try and put on muscle and get bigger, then it's per pound of body weight you have 1 gram of protein. So if I'm 150, say if I was 150 pounds, I'll have 150 grams of protein. If I was 200 pounds, I'll have 200 grams of protein. But if I was morbidly obese, say 350 pounds, 400 pounds, I wouldn't have that much protein, because a lot of your body weight is fat. So if you're obese or you're heavily overweight, then you should just do your lean muscle mass, so the weight of muscle in your body. But if you're skinny, it doesn't really make a difference.
Because if you think about it, if you're morbidly obese, all the fat that you have, the excess fat, is energy to expend.
Yeah.
So if you're just eating a load of protein, it's just going to get either wasted or converted to fat again. So yeah, go with your lean muscle mass or lean body mass.
And if you're cutting, I would say up it to like 1.2 or 1. So I'm actually 155. I'm not sure exactly. I haven't got any scales at the moment. maybe 155, 160 pounds. But if I'm cutting, if I say I wanted to cut now, I'd probably eat 180, just because the main point of a cut is to preserve as much muscle as you can whilst losing the weight, and you want to do that as slow as possible. So, but if you just want to get bigger, which I'm guessing this person that said this wants to do, I would just say your body weight in pounds, unless you're morbidly obese. I've just started going to the gym. What supplements are best to take?
Good question.
I'd first say you don't need supplements. You can get the best body. You get a great body without supplements. It's just an extra. So,
I mean, yeah, especially if you're cutting and you've got to have a lot of protein. You know, for me, I'm on 150 at the moment, but when I start my cut next week, I'll be going up to 160, 170. Getting that much protein, especially if you're a student, is so hard. So
expensive as well.
Expensive. So getting a good protein shake that'll last you a month or two, it is worth it, in my opinion. If you're going to have any supplement, protein, powder or creatine, I'd say. Because creatine...
What's creatine?
Creatine. Creatine, because that is one of the only supplements that's actually proven to increase your muscle mass or help increase your muscle mass.
Yeah, I used to have protein, but I don't think I took it regularly enough because I wasn't really serious in the gym then, so I didn't really...
You've got to be careful as well, because I used to get really bad stomachs from having creatine too. I'd suggest having periods of time where you don't take it.
They say 8 weeks on, 1 week off, 8 weeks on, but honestly, I haven't taken it for a long enough time to tell you, in my personal opinion, that it works. But I would definitely, if you want to get supplements, I think it's still better. It's definitely better to get all your protein from whole foods like milk, eggs, chicken, steak, all that good stuff. But if you want to take a protein shake, then
be seen as one of those people.
We do it.
We do it.
Then yeah, get a whey protein shake, and then maybe a pre-workout. They're the two things. Maybe a creatine as well. But apart from that, like all the glutamine, I wouldn't bother with that. As long as you're getting your protein in from good sources, 1 shake a day is fine. I wouldn't go any more than 2. 2 if you have to. 3 absolute max if you're gonna you've got no chicken around or something.
Yeah.
But I have 1 max a day. Sometimes I don't have any just because I get my food from.
But if you've seen my other channel, in my channel, I add it to food sometimes as well. If I feel like I don't want to have a shake, sometimes it can be a bit repetitive. I put it in food like pancakes, waffles, and mug cakes and stuff like that. And it's
so you kind of have nice foods, but you're still getting your protein in. What are macros? So, do you want to go first, go on?
No, you go first.
Macros, that's a short word for macronutrients, and there are 3 of them: proteins, carbs, and fats. So carbs are carbohydrates, sorry. Each gram of protein has 4 calories. Each gram of carbs has 4 calories, and each gram of fat has 9 calories. In part 2, I think Hattie explains, or talks about a video that works out how to measure that. How many carbs, proteins, fat that you need. But that's basically what it is.
Yeah, so it's a long explanation if you try and go into like how much macros you need. It does take up a whole video because you need to explain how to work it out. So, but yeah, as I said, there's 3 macronutrients, and then micronutrients are all your like vitamins and minerals, etc.
Yeah, like vegetable, where you get it from vegetables. Yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you go and check out the second part of this video on Hattie's channel. We'll definitely be doing more of these, so if you have any more questions, please email benwhitfitness@gmail.com or
hmpfitness@gmail.com,
or just comment in one of our videos in the description. We'll collate them and then choose the best ones if we've got too many. Also, we're having some troubles still videoing in the gym, so we're thinking of going to a new gym just to film, which will cost us money, but we really want to carry on with this channel. So we're going to, I don't know, we'll see what happens. We've been talking to all the bosses, like the boss of the whole gym, talking to the media officer. It's been going on for a long time now, which is kind of getting very frustrating. But
we're going to fix it up. We're going to sort it out, because we know that although we've just started out, we've got a lot of people and a lot of potential, and I think that it's beneficial for us to do this. So
we like doing it as well.
Yes, and we love the gym we're at the moment, so we want to stay there, but to film we are going to potentially go somewhere else unless something else can be arranged. So, and there'll also be some home workout videos, etc., and obviously nutrition, cooking, and more vlogs. So hopefully make it stay
Yeah, so-
just as good.
So more videos coming soon. Bear with us. They will be with you. Thanks for watching.